go.
Let's go. Hello, guys. This is.
Wow, okay.
Yay, visual jokes on an audio podcast. Right. Hello, guys. This is the Dave and Boxboy podcast, or the Duck Pond, as I previously called it, and I've just remembered that now. Hi.
Good start.
I'm joined by. I'm going to point and you're going to say your name.
Is it our name or our...
Go, RDJ.
RDJ, hello guys, what?
Josh.
Dick. I'm Dave.
Big Al.
The box.
No, Boxboy. Your
Box.
box is down there.
I'm sat on the box. I'm not sat on you.
Box boy.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay. So,
The box sounds cool.
we should maybe have thought what we were going to talk about before. Yeah.
We
Okay.
do not have the handy dandy whiteboard.
No, we've lost the
We do.
whiteboard.
No.
Have
We
the
have got cookies, though.
whiteboard. We have
We
got
have cookies.
We have got cookies.
I've
You
even
can't
brought-
have.
Come to
I've
the
even
dark
brought
side.
cookies
We have
for
cookies.
RDJ
And sunbites.
and sunbites. And
And I just followed over already.
that's what happens when you give one of them a drum stool. It just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Especially because I've lost one of the legs.
And it's a good thing that we're about almost a year since the last one.
Yeah. We did one at Christmas-ish, so it's maybe
Yeah. Well, that
7
was
months.
the Cards Against Humanity one, wasn't it?
Oh, I think we did.
No, we
that.
didn't. Deleted
did
that
that,
one.
yeah.
And then we
to,
did Gang Beast.
Yeah, Gang
Gang
Beast.
Beast was fun.
Gang Beast was fun.
Wait, I think yeah.
No, unfortunately, it's Game Point 3. I'm going to wait full release
The
until we
forest,
do.
is that updated?
We could do some Forest.
We could do.
We
On
could-
your laptop, because mine would
We could
explode.
let
Or
RDJ
melt.
try the Forest.
Mine melts at space.
It was
together.
the funny.
The Forest. I think
Is.
it's best that we don't tell you the Forest. It's
No.
a survival game. That's all
Oh,
you need to know, and we'll see what
First
happens
rule of the
later.
forest is don't talk about the forest.
Yeah.
It's
Forest
like
is
Fight Club.
Great.
Okay. Anyone got any ideas that they want to?
Well,
Oh, RDJ's
Oh.
gonna... Our local sci-fi convention.
yes.
What about the fact that Gavin always makes his beer go?
Yeah.
Because that was.
I
I
haven't got
don't know
any
how
beers.
he does that.
It's easy. I did it last night.
Really?
Yeah, you just smash in all the puzzles.
No, I mean he just drinks it because there's a big compilation of him,
Yeah.
and he just drinks it and then just does it.
Gavin from Rooster Teeth spilling beers all the time. It's easy. Easy. I'd go and get a beer, but I don't want to waste it.
He does it.
Yeah, I know, because he's dim.
It's not him. He's English.
Yeah, he's dim.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does.
Run, fat boy, run!
Means-
All the
Human
DVDs that
Fury
we
is a
have
good
right
film.
Is it?
Yeah, I would recommend
I
it.
asked this last time we were.
If you like dancing, I'm not a fan of dancing, and I didn't find it that good, but it was a good film, and I did laugh at it quite a lot.
Because Nick Frost
Right.
was in it.
Yeah, Nick Frost is funny. Okay, and anything...
Sci-fi convention.
Local sci-fi Scarborough.
Local sci-fi convention.
Can't we just stick with its actual name?
So we went to Sci-Fi Scarborough. That was a novelty. You
was
two
brilliant.
did-
We'll just sit out of this.
You two missed
Yeah,
it, didn't
you two missed it.
This is like,
We'll come next.
in
We'll come
February.
this year.
It was.
Next year.
It was
was
good.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
and I believe it was the place where the Red Dwarf cast announced series
11.
12, isn't it? I don't know.
I thought it was 11.
They announced yet another series of Red Dwarf on Dave, which is good.
It is good.
Yeah.
We all like Red Dwarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right then.
Well, that's that conversation.
Yeah.
We did Jedi School. That was
That
fun.
was good.
that was
And
good.
hopefully we will have actual lightsabers for the next one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
a cosplay outfit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we won't. No, let's not reveal it.
Nah.
No.
Okay. We
Let's
won't
just
have a
say-
cosplay
Just
outfit.
screw you guys.
Myself and Big Al and a bit of help from RDJ are working on something that RDJ is known for working on. Let's just say that. Put that into context.
Technical stuff.
Well, no, put it into context. You know what we're building, don't you?
Oh, of course
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Sciencey stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't you get chased by a pink Dalek?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
In fact, no, not just chased. It flirted with
This
it.
is hilarious.
Right
Right.
number.
So,
That was brilliant.
That was-
Go out with me. Go out with me.
I'm free, single, and ready to mingle. I'm not kidding. She turned and
Yeah,
said
she
that
turned
to me.
and said that. It was hilarious.
She was no, well, that's not
Accessorize.
reveal her age, but she. This is
Accessorize.
Dalek Daisy. She was at this sci-fi convention and she kept molesting like the four of us. It was me. The
What,
hair was
following us
there as
around?
well. Yeah, she kept following us and molesting us, and it wasn't fun. And then she came up and started asking for my number, and I was just there like.
Dude,
What do you look like inside the suit?
It's like that squid.
That's
thing.
for another day.
And then she got her handler, which is something that cosplay wearers use to help them get around. And her handler came over and said, "Oh, Dalek Daisy wants your number."
Yeah.
And I went, I don't know my number.
And
In other words, you just didn't want to give it
To her.
To a
an
Dalek.
alien, to a Dalek.
To a Dalek.
I'm guessing you actually literally don't know your number though.
I don't know my number.
I know mine.
I
No.
bet Colin Baker was crapping
Oh,
himself.
it was
Just
dreadful.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
why is there
It
a
was
pink Dalek?
£10 for an autograph.
And it wasn't even a signed picture, it was just on your like
well,
brochure.
that's all I had to give him. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Even so, 10 quid for
I
it.
just walked up, gave him a handshake and walked off.
Yeah. It was.
So, wow, I'm not spending my money yet.
I don't know. It just felt really cringeworthy as well.
I mean, maybe if
Yeah.
it was like
It was
David
one of
Tennant or
those
something.
loud places where you know you can't talk and you have to say,
Yeah.
What was that? I can't
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah. And so he said, "That's 10 of the big ones, please." What? It's 10 of the big ones.
Just because you can't do telly anymore.
Yeah,
No.
my wallet evaporated.
I'm sorry, my dog ate it.
Really nice, nerdy wallet as well. With this nice nerdy belt, nice nerdy t-shirt, wearing RDJ's hoodie because
And it's gone.
why not? What's gone? What's gone?
Your wallet.
My wallet. Where is my wallet?
It was just, and it's gone.
Damn it, that's what I forgot.
What?
Your wallet.
Your wallet.
Oh yeah.
Damn it. I've got his wallet because he went away on D of A.
Yeah, DV. That's something we can talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can talk
So-
about Joseph and the...
Amazing.
God's sake.
I still haven't seen it.
You've never seen Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor
You're not
Unfortunately
missing
not.
I've
anything.
seen the
film.
VHS.
Yeah, film. It was a
Think,
film
yeah.
with Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond is brilliant.
You see, as we established in one of my one of the previous podcasts, I'm not a fan of musicals. I will happily sit and work on them backstage, but I don't ever
Yay. The next one we're doing is Rent.
rent.
It's going to be a
I
number and go
watched
and
part of that film and then like I couldn't watch the rest of it.
Did you
Yeah.
fall asleep?
No, it was like the website I was using to watch it only had half the film on. So it was really weird.
Put it back in. Where is it? I don't know.
Sounds so wrong out of context.
He's at the charger.
Yeah,
for
so
laptop.
anyway, I'm going to go
Okay,
try and
Paul.
get the character Roger.
There we go,
Roger.
we're good.
Rent. But as has been said, are you
Put it-
getting Coke?
Put the
or
cookie
Iron
down.
Brew, or pour? So I need a drink.
Who wants a drink?
I would love a drink. Coke, please.
Mine's cut on the floor.
But yeah, I've said
Oh,
in the past,
Skittles.
I'm not. We've got. We have a mini fridge in my new office, and
By office, do you mean
Office.
living room? And
Living
by
room.
living room, do you mean the place where you're not allowed?
yeah.
Really?
Are
Okay.
we still recording?
Yeah, we're still
My
recording.
cup's on the floor.
Oh, don't spill it on the.
Oh,
Oh,
that was close.
right. But yeah, so I'm not a fan of musicals at all. I will.
By contrast, I am. I love musicals.
I like musicals.
The best musical I've ever seen is Dr. Horrible's Sing Along Blog, and that's only because it's got Nathan Fillion in. It was directed by Joss Whedon.
And Dave has got a man crush on him.
Warhorse isn't
well,
a
who
musical,
doesn't?
is it?
What,
Like,
Nathan
Nathan
Fillion?
Fillion is like a god.
Yeah.
Brian Cox is a god.
Demigod.
Warhorse isn't a musical.
No.
It's
I
just got
was
some
like,
musical sounds to it. It's got a bit of music in it.
gunshots
Mm.
and horse sounds.
Bang. Bang.
Fading away. That's one of the songs. But yeah, so my siblings were in a production of Joseph and His Amazing Jacket.
Yep,
Uh,
same.
I didn't know your brother was in it.
Yeah, it's outside.
Ah. So is mine.
Having the teacher go, and
Yeah. Oh, teacher's going one. I'm doing like dances, and then rolling his arms and going like that,
then
putting his arms in the air.
I just kept turning, just like, sit down, please.
There was just one thing. I saw on a social networking site that Joseph was a girl in that production.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and she's a friend's little sister,
Just-
and it was very good. And we're not going to comment on the actual play itself.
It was shit.
Joseph is a bloke.
I know.
Yeah, but that specific school, every time we've done a play, it seems the male main character is always a female.
You don't understand, it was Josephine.
Right.
Josephine.
That makes sense.
And this is amazing.
It's like melting chocolate.
Melted chocolate in the middle.
I've got to try my special
You
cookies.
see, the last production,
I've got special cookies. It's brilliant.
the last production that myself and Axeface were in, or Josh was in, was Robin Hood. It was this sort of school's musical Robin Hood, and the lead was played by a girl, and I got the part of one of Maid Marian's ladies in waiting.
I
I'm so
got.
pleased with that cookie. Really.
I love it.
Well, I got to be an archer, so.
Yeah, I was an 11-year-old boy that was already bullied quite a lot at school.
It was
Yeah.
it was like pretty much saying, yeah, you're gonna get castrated.
I was an 11-year-old
Oh,
boy
dear.
that was bullied at school in drag. Yay!
Can't think of a way to make that better. Oh, I
I
could.
accidentally put them back. I accidentally put the symbols back. I'm trying to put them down without making too much of a noise. There we go.
We've got drum kit in here just so Big Al can make drum noises.
Ow.
Oh, mine
Finger.
Mine is my drum kit and I'm the drummer, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, but this wasn't the worst production of Joseph I've ever seen. The one that I saw was crap. I mean, the one that I was in was crap. And
Oh, crap.
The one
and
at our school was terrible.
I
Oh, yeah.
was in the choir for that one. It was horrible.
Dreadful.
And then I noticed sitting there, because I'm older now and I've got this sort of satirical outlook on life, which gets me into trouble occasionally, but I was sat there and Joseph's there like, hey, all your sheaves are going to bow down to mine, and I was just there like, Joseph's a dick.
Joseph isn't.
See, I still haven't seen it, so I'm not entirely sure. what it's
Essentially-
all about, or...
Joseph is this guy. The
He's a
son.
dick.
Or is he? Apparently, he's a female quite a lot of the time.
Shut up.
Well, he has
Just
long
did.
hair.
Yeah.
He's got long hair no matter what.
Yep.
Basically, Joseph is
A
this
bellend.
guy's favourite son.
Jacob's favourite son.
Jacob's favourite son. Jacob! He's Jacob's favourite son. And Jacob has like 13 other sons or something. And
He's been
12.
busy.
12. And Jacob thinks, hey,
I'm
Let's-
gonna treat this one special because all my other sons are dicks.
yeah, let's buy Joseph a jacket. So he makes him this jacket in lots of colours, which is stupid
A
because...
rainbow jacket.
Yeah, a multicoloured coat. Yeah, so Joseph gets this Technicolor dream coat, and he can sort of understand dreams.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, someone goes, hey, this shit happens, and he goes, oh, you're gonna die. Okay.
So
Well,
he's like
that
a
shit
gypsy.
happened.
Yeah,
Wearing bright colours
and that does happen.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna
The baker. So there I was, with some baskets of bread. Over the sky.
Sounds
So
like
birds of
bread.
bread.
Sounds like Phoenix Nights.
Well, the 3 productions I've seen of it, one was with H from Steps. That guy was, they did it Yorkshire. The one that I was in, they did it Yorkshire, but that's because we're in Yorkshire and we don't know any better.
Oh, my favourite bit. How their tech was so good. It was just they pulled down a screen
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like a PowerPoint. It was a Word document. So all you could hear in the background while they were attempting to click, it's just click, click, and then
They kept messing up. You had one job and you messed it up.
yeah, they were like. One song finished, and they were like, "Is it meant to finish now?" Right, we'll put it back a couple of seconds. Sorry, you don't say sorry. You just keep going.
Yeah. I mean, me and Boxboy have done that in shows, like where we faffed up and we just kind of
You
played off.
faffed up blowing on an announcement.
Oh, yeah. Would anybody like the bathroom?
Sorry, what was that?
I would love to have the power of a Tannoy system.
Yeah.
It'd be my favourite thing ever. It'd be great.
Mm.
I think I was talking about absolute crap.
On the way,
Yeah,
on the way
but
back
that's
from
what we
Plymouth,
usually
we had to
talk
stop at a.
Yeah, but
So I went
it's
down
generally
to Kingston's Rally
organised
for a
crap.
bit, and
Yeah.
I'll wait till it comes. So yeah,
No,
Sorry,
no,
you
actually,
finished.
Oh, okay.
the first one was organised.
What's this?
The first duck pond.
Yeah.
That was organised, and
Yeah.
since me and Big Al joined, it's just it's just gone down.
Yeah,
Well, the first
they were never
part,
good to start with.
No. The first part of the second duck pond was organised-ish because I brought crackers in. Yes,
Yeah.
you did, which was good fun.
That was,
Well,
then we had to
it was all
tidy up-
sciencey jokes.
They were brilliant science jokes. I'm
Which
coming out with loads more.
the bacon one?
The bacon
When
one.
we said we have bacon.
I think that was the second
We need
one.
to do a
Or
cooking
the
show.
No,
first
that
one.
was the
We need to
first
do a
one.
cooking
We do
show.
need to do a
That'd be
cooking show.
great.
I have the best book for the cooking show. I have the
God.
Movember Manly Book of Manliness.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
Or
not-
something like
We can't do
We're
a
doing
cooking
that.
show. We'll burn your house down.
Well, we'll do it at like someone with a nice. You have a nice kitchen.
Can we?
What?
Can we use
Yeah,
your
nice-
kitchen?
well-
Coming into my bloody well, my mum's kitchen.
Barn
I
from
don't
Ben's.
stay there.
You've got a nice
You
kitchen.
have a bloody
You
nice
have a
kitchen.
really
We'll do it at yours.
We're doing it at yours. And then if
You
we
have
set
no
fire,
say in this.
if we set
We're
fire,
all pointing at.
Yeah.
if we set fire to your house, then we don't set fire to an entire street because you live in the middle of nowhere.
If we do set fire to his house, we can just go to the barn.
Yeah.
Or we can run down the drive and do the Ministry of Funny Walks.
Yeah.
Silly walks.
That's the point.
Anyway.
Monty Python last night, but we'll finish the.
Musical discussion.
So yeah, Joseph is a dick. That's all I've got to say on it.
Are we going to end it there?
I was going to say something about the tunneling systems, about when we were coming
Yeah.
back from Plymouth when I was down at HMS Raleigh. And we got to Leeds, we had to stop there for a bit, because there were all the flooding and stuff had messed around the trains. We stopped in Leeds. And usually you hear announcements like, oh, don't leave your, some posh guy saying, don't leave your baggage.
Because
I've
it,
got a story for
don't
that.
leave your baggage
it will be
unattended.
taken or destroyed.
Or
What?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff, like the train going
Yeah.
here is cancelled. Some guy just comes on, like, yeah, don't feed pigeons.
Don't feed pigs.
Don't feed pigeons.
Oh, you see, like I've just started using public transport. I don't like the.
I don't like public transport.
It's just not nice.
Don't feed
But I was going to a town via our local train system, and there was 2 stops. Now, normally each stop you play the "Please don't leave baggage unattended," the terrorism message. And this was the first time I'd been on a train, so I was quite nervous. Like, it's weird that I am the age I am and I've not been on a train, but
You've been on track.
yeah, but we managed to get away without paying. I don't know how we did that.
Yeah, it's good though.
Were they just being idiots? Wait, we've seen these guys get on motor swap by.
Well, no, I think it was a matter of it was too busy with comforts. Holiday makers coming to town for the day, but
Comfort weekend.
yeah, comfort day, comfort weekends. Having said
Comfort
that, they
beach.
pay my-
Nice beach here.
Yeah, but we were. I was going to the other town that's like 2 stops away, and he played the terrorism message about 3-4 times between each stop, because I was really nervous and I had a duffel bag, so I essentially looked like this terrorist. And they're like, I'm not a terrorist. I'm there sort of cacking myself because I've never been on a train by myself before. Just there like, this is worrying. This guy comes up and he asked me my fare, and I went, single to, and he went, do you mean this town? And I went, yes. And
Did you mean a return? Yes.
no, I didn't want to return. I only wanted a single. I was getting driven home. But it kind of scared me, and he definitely thought I was a terrorist.
It's a bit weird when the tannoy comes on saying, don't leave baggage unattended,
Yeah.
or it will be destroyed. I was like thinking, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
We're
They're
going
going
to
to come out with a flamethrower and just incinerate your baggage.
Right, I'm just going to go for a coffee. I'm just going to put my guitar. What are you doing to my guitar?
No!
That's probably what would happen. But I just had a duffel bag with a jacket.
A bomb.
in, I think. With a jacket in.
You know you had a bomb in it.
Why are you playing with my quiver?
That's an
My
abomination.
A bomb in it.
Why?
Just a reason to.
That's just going on.
Any
It
reason.
would go on about. What was the other thing? You brought something up. Trains. We've done trains.
Done trains.
What were we meant to be doing?
Well,
Tannoy thing? Oh, have we done? No, we've done that.
Done that. That's out of the way. Tannoy Scarborough, Monty
Do I have
Python.
anything?
Monty Python. So,
Yeah, I got it right.
last night
10
was
points.
the live broadcast on the UK TV network Gold, Comedy Gold, of the last live show
Have it.
of
Have it.
Monty Python.
Take it.
And it's a sad thing because it's like the end of an era. Just the fact that Python have now sort of ended.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're still funny and the shows will live on YouTube.
They are a part of Britain.
Britain. Yeah. Last night, Steve Coogan said that Monty Python are like the Beatles of rock and roll, of comedy even.
Yeah.
And I looked at the screen and went, I said that about 2 hours before you. Do you want to give me my line back? But I'll let Steve Coogan have it because he's the more famous
Yeah,
one.
because he probably had it first.
No, I said it a good 2 hours before, and I have
It was
witnesses.
probably written down on a script.
Probably. But
Written way before.
yeah, there was a great moment, but sort of, I can't remember if it was during the parrot or the cheese sketch, but slop, slop, biscuit over there. But
Parrot sketch.
they managed to get them, like the parrot and the cheese shop sketch, smooth into one sketch. And there was a point where they're talking about newspapers, and John Cleese and Michael Palin just start having this conversation, totally irrelevant and nothing to do with the script of either of the two sketches. And they're just there like, do you remember the Daily Mail? It used to be a newspaper, blah, 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 blah. Now it's just a tabloid, blah, 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 blah. And they just gave this almighty like rip into the papers because they gave them a bad review. And they, at one point, Michael Palin makes a comment, and John Cleese goes, "What? I don't understand." And it's like, "Oh, I'll just tell you later after the sketch." He's like, "Oh, okay." And they finish the sketch off, and everyone's just in hysterics. I was on the floor laughing, staring at the television. It was brilliant. And I am just going to, I suppose, say thank you, Monty Python, for all the years of comedy that you've given me, and everyone, I suppose, and the inspiration you've given me to do this. I wouldn't have got into filmmaking and this, if in comedy and radios and stuff, if it hadn't been for Python and various other comedians over the years. So thank you, Monty Python.
If they even hear this.
Probably won't.
We should send it to them.
We should. Twitter.
Twitter? Yeah.
Here, Twitter.
We should play still Lord of the Rings
We,
Monopoly.
we should.
We're going to have time because
Yeah, I mean-
we're 22 minutes in.
We were already trying to.
We'll do it
There's
as a whole
lots
new
of
thing.
Gordon Ramsay books in that corner.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, let's read through those. That's my afternoon sorted. That's going to be a series of beeps.
Yeah.
Beep, beep. It sounds like a lorry reversing or something.
Vehicle reversing.
Our head teacher at junior school,
Yeah.
he used to have a car that had like an automated car alarm, so when you got near it, it spoke to you.
I
We used
remember
to
that.
sprint past it.
I remember that.
The old head teacher.
Yeah.
And we usually used to sprint past it just to make it go off.
Okay.
Please step away from the vehicle. It is alarmed.
That was
It's like,
brilliant.
oh no, the vehicle's
There's
alarmed. Oh, they
my
were flustered.
my boss has a security camera at his farm. It's really annoying because it's got a sensor like where I walk past quite a lot, and it just says to you every time you go past. It says, "Warning: you are being recorded by a security camera."
You see,
You don't say.
on my street, I don't know if you guys will have heard it or not, but there are 2 cat scarers. Cat scarers, you know, like the really high pitched thing. But people.
What?
Yeah, it kind of is. But thing about people with cat. Are you trying to get back to your chair? Yeah, I thought you would be. Thing about people with cat scarers is they have no consideration for people under a certain age. Because I walk home.
Oh, is it like you can hear it?
Yeah, I walk home from college and this cat scarer goes off and I just.
living in one of those. With one.
I suppose. But
Living in one of those.
like this cat scarer goes off and I walk past it, I'm like, either I'm going to come and dismantle that nicely or stamp on it. One way or another, you're not going to have that by the end of the week, and I've never done anything about it because, But
It takes
Because
effort.
you don't have the balls.
the only cat that lives on this street
It's yours.
is my cat, and my cat is mad, so he doesn't do anything. He either sits in my house, meows, waiting for me to give him food,
As
even though
cats do.
he's got a lot of food, and he'll be there like, I want food, more food, eat what you've got.
No. Why would we do that?
Or he's out and about, but he never goes the direction of the cat scarer. He always goes the other way, or just sleeps on my driveway, or under my car. Which is
Your car.
irritating. Well, the car.
So
Apparently it's his car.
The cat scarers are kind of pointless. They just people
Nah,
annoy us.
cat now.
Yeah, they're just young people annoy us. My little
you.
brothers play on the street a lot, and it's just not right.
Something you didn't do when you were a kid.
Well, I didn't have any friends, that's why. Well, I got depressing. Yeah.
Really quickly.
Really quickly, really depressing, really quickly.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I managed to keep myself occupied in the garden. That sounded better in my head.
Yeah, it
Building
does.
tree houses and stuff like that.
With what
Yeah.
trick? Oh, you used to live in somewhere else, didn't you? You don't.
Yeah, I used to live in another village.
Yeah.
You
Far,
probably
far
haven't heard of
away.
it.
I've heard of it.
We'll name it and then we'll see.
I'm
if
pretty
we've
sure
heard
I
of it.
cycle through it to get to work. Oh, cycling. Taking up cycling.
Oh,
Yes, we have. Well,
Yes.
he has.
You already had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was already
You kind of
cycling.
invited.
David
Yeah.
Was on it. And
We invited
and now Big Al is cycling.
Big Al and his compadre of the female compadre.
I don't want to get my bike out. Don't ask me. Even
I-
though it is in good condition.
I've
You should
just
come biking. We should
Shit.
all do biking.
Yeah.
well, I've
Aaron, come
We
put
should
on
do
my
it.
bread.
Tour de Yorkshire.
Tour de
Tour de
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
To the Yorkshire.
The great departure to Tour de Tour
And
de
as soon
France.
as you finish the first leg, we're going to give you some Yorkshire tea.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yes.
some Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
Puddings.
But I've just
Pudding.
I just bought a new bike,
Pudding.
65 quid for this 300 quid bike, and they're like, yeah, quid's in.
And it starts to break.
No, it's
No,
brilliant.
I got a bike for free, a massive American bike.
Oh.
Like it was. I got a puncture in it on the way back from school one day, and I called in at a garage. Said, "Can you pump the tire up?" Like with the car pump, the tire will explode. He put it in. It could take more tire pressure than a car could. It was
Wow.
44 psi.
What?
It was massive.
Wow.
It was. I couldn't lift it.
Oh.
They
It
see
was
me
huge.
rolling.
But,
That sounds nice.
but after a few years, it started to slowly wither, and the gears fell off, and the wheel fell off.
Oh.
Yeah,
While I was
that's not
cycling.
supposed to happen.
That's
That's
because
really
it was.
I ended up doing a wheelie home.
That was either.
Ah!
That was either because it was made in China or
America.
Yeah.
They had USA print on the tyres.
Well,
America makes quite a lot of good stuff though.
They do.
not as good as China
Captain
because
T.
China makes everything.
Castle.
You can't make a good cup of tea.
No.
It's starting in November.
Yeah, Castle in November. Castle is
No,
not-
September if you're American.
Good point.
You watch it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good lad.
Castle is this. It's got Nathan Fillion in it. That's all you need to know.
It's a crime drama
That's the only
set in New
reason you
York.
watch it.
It's
it's
good as
Nathan.
well, though.
Nathan.
It's Nathan Fillion, Gaming, Rising, Trust. It's very bad that I know his theme song. Some fan
It's worse
effects.
that you know the song from what film is it?
It's from Dr. Horrible Sing Along blog, the running commentary over it. And
Why don't you sit down for a while?
hey ladies, sit down, relax. Every night I lay awake with sorrow in my
Here we go.
chest.
Here we go.
we don't want to get DJ on the bad side of us.
My singing isn't brilliant. I don't
No,
even
it's not.
pretend
It's,
to be able to
it's,
sing.
it's terrible.
Well,
like some
Box Boy
people.
here have been having singing lessons.
Same. High five across the room.
Yeah, these two have been having singing lessons, and I still pretend I can't sing.
Alright, I still know I can't sing.
I know I can't sing.
And I'm in a choir.
I choose not
Go
to.
fuck yourself.
Oh.
Should D&V bag still not unpacked?
Oh, D&V, that's
D&V,
a
that was it.
So yeah, I
I do not want to know what you did with those tissues.
think Big Al should tell his
That was
D&V story
previously flat.
Oh, man.
just because they're hilarious.
Well.
Are you sitting?
What are you doing? What are you doing with the drum? You've stolen Dave's seat.
You can have my chair.
We're
No.
just playing musical chairs now. Right.
And now this is my podcast, and I would like you to all go away.
And now I've got his spares.
You're a bitch.
I'll give it back to you, Tommy Cooper.
Not like that. Not like that.
Yeah.
Okay, there. So, yeah, what were we on about?
Your
D&V.
D&V experience.
Well, it was. There was just so much that happened. I would recommend doing D&V.
DV is good
It
fun.
is
I've just
good fun.
finished my gold. I hadn't done any previous to it, but
I've done all three. Done bronze, silver, and gold. And the people that I
Oh,
started.
sorry.
That did not work.
they did that. We're trying to knock off.
It's not knock off in it. Oh.
What?
It's
Yeah, the people that I started D&V with, I didn't really talk to. In fact, I think they hated me, really.
I thought mine did for a while.
Yeah. They seemed to just really dislike me, and that was at bronze, and by the end of gold, we're really good friends now.
If you could describe D&V with 3 words, what 3 words would you use?
D&V.
You can yeah.
Right. Other than D&V.
Talking to cows.
No showers.
One of those stole my hat. It was raining and I used a big leaf as a hat, and we were going down this like, kind of like mini valley thing, and there was like cows of fields either side.
Cows of fields.
You know what I mean?
Fields of
Fields
cows.
of cows either side. And one of them kind of leant over the wall, nicked my hat, and just munched it. Why? It's raining. You can dry. You're used to being in the rain. It's the Lake District. Oh no, it was wherever we were.
You were in the Dales, right?
Yeah, we were in the Dales.
I went to do mine in the Lake District, around sort of Keswick. But yeah,
3 words. 3 words.
3 words.
Still waiting for your
My
3
3
words.
Six times.
Yeah.
Showering not advised.
Yeah.
I went, and because we were in the Lake District is like, it
Shit.
defines quality. It's not shit, it's a beautiful place.
It is a
It's
lovely
beautiful,
place.
but then you find a shit place.
There was just one crappy campsite, but we went to this first campsite and it was fine. And because we had to drive up there from Yorkshire, we went up the day before we started, and they're like, "All right, well, you don't have to cook. You can have a meal at the pub." So I'm like, "Okay, and we all went to the pub. My team went to the pub. A team that I'd only known for about 6 months. Because I'm like the social reject from our friends group, I seem to be the guy that everyone's like, let's not go with him. He's irritating.
Hence why we formed a group where we
Yeah.
record
It's
us
just
complaining about
you need
things.
to just try and get to know you, and then you just become immune to it.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's still irritating. You
Yeah.
just block it out.
Yeah. Well, it's my job to be irritating.
It is.
Why else do I do this? But like, I didn't know these people. This was a group
I'm
of.
glad you've just admitted you're irritating.
Yeah, I know I'm irritating. A group
And we
of
don't have to admit it.
another 4 people. That
What?
you bent my hat. What the fuck have you done
It's
to
now
my
a
hat?
cowboy
What
hat.
have you done to my hat? You've ruined it.
What? Your hat was £5, and it was actually bought for £3.
Yeah, I bought this. It's like a straw trilby. I don't know what you can call it. They've got real names. And I bought it for a
Bought my
character.
hat.
You're dismantling my glasses.
I know. I'll put them back together. See, mine's fixable. But I'll put them over there. But I'll stop. But I bought this hat, and it's like, all right, that's £5, please. Okay. I go and I do whatever I was doing, and I take my hat off because it was a bit warm, and I take it out, and it said £3.50 from Boys. I'm just there like, well, I've just wasted money on a hat. Oh well. Just brush that off, and I was.
Put the cookie down now.
Put the cookie down.
Boys is a big cheapy retailer in Yorkshire. If you're watching this from outside of Yorkshire, Boys is only actually in Yorkshire.
I think it is actually elsewhere.
No, it's not.
I'm
Just
sure.
Yorkshire.
I've seen them in the Lake District.
Because
I've seen them in Cumbria.
Still Yorkshire,
It's not.
isn't it?
No, it's the north. I'll give you that. But Cumbria.
Well, same thing.
I'm in Cumbria, you dick. Don't confuse my home with somewhere else. But
Yeah, but it's not
we-
technically
we had-
your
We
home.
had to do a kind of project about them, and we were told that they were only in Yorkshire.
I knew someone like just going to pull it out again. But yeah, D of E. We went and I ordered a haddock and chips. The haddock came out and it's about the size of my forearm to my fingertips, about the same width as well. So it wasn't actually that wide. But
Unfortunately, we don't. The viewers, the listeners don't know.
look down at
Whatever
your
they are.
forearm, and unless you're this big burly person, but I'm guessing that most of our audience are either our relatives or
Yourself.
or me, then the forearm is going to be roughly the same
It's
size.
going to be Dave's size.
Yeah, it's not
quite
going to be
small.
that big, but this haddock
It was an average size, Dave.
yeah, it was an average.
Average size, Dave Haddock.
Well, we started using you as measurements, didn't we? At one
Oh,
point,
yeah.
I understand you. Is it 2 hours? 2 big owls tall.
Yeah, 2
I
big
think I
owls
didn't use
tall.
my name.
It doesn't
Hey,
matter if
it
it's
doesn't
like-
really matter now, does it? Because
You suck,
big owl.
Alistair.
Big Alan.
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 Oh
No.
wait, stay.
Dave.
But yeah, I was like either an Alistair tall or a box boy tall. I think Alistair is 1.4 box boys tall.
I don't know. Stand up.
We'll test this theory.
We're actually
Right.
figuring this out.
I'd say that's like 1.2.
Yeah,
boys.
maybe 1.2.
1.2.
Yeah, 1.2 box boys tall.
stand up. But yeah. So this fish the size of my arm came with chips, and we managed to miff off the landlord because we weren't local. We walked in and went, oh, hey, all right, Bo, can we have?
You
Alright,
better
Bo.
not have said "bar."
One of them did. I wasn't talking. I was like, well, if I start talking, I'll start mimicking their accent, which isn't a good idea. So I stayed silent.
That's why you're not allowed to other countries.
I'm not allowed anywhere. I'm not allowed in public. I've got a detainer. No, I haven't. Yeah,
Just carry
one
a
of them
big
walks
stick
in.
around with you so you're so far away from everything.
Yeah, one of them walks in, like, all right, Bo, can we have a table for 6 to eat? And the barman went, you're not from around here, are you? I went, no, we're not. Can you tell? And he went, yeah. We're full at the moment, and we could see a table of 6, and it wasn't reserved or anything. We were like, there is a table there. Why can't we use that one?
Because I said, deal with it.
So we went back out, we waited for about 5 minutes, and then we waited until the bar staff had changed, went back in and asked, and they're like, yeah, we've got a table of 4, but we can squidge you over and put you on a table of 6. And we're like, does that table of 6, why can't we use that table of 6? And they went, oh, it's reserved. I'm like,
Where's the reserved?
there's no reserved sign, I'm sorry. But, you know, we went and had haddock and chips, and it was the last supper before we didn't eat properly for the next 4 days.
It was the last
So you had
supper.
some kind of meal before.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it consisted, the rest of the...
Alistair's just like,
We had an annoying D&D guy called Malcolm. And everyone on our team is scared of Malcolm now, because he's one of those people that will explain everything, and then just in case you weren't listening, explain
Explain
it
it
another
again.
6 times.
Oh, God.
As I've said before. I was like, yes, you said it before.
sounds like
Don't
a
say it again.
Yeah. Other things to talk about.
What Marvel films have we seen?
All of them.
All of them.
We could
Nothing
talk about
recently.
the tin can.
The Tin
Oh,
Can.
oh.
Your
tin
experience
can.
in the tin can.
People, well, I believe you're learning. Al's,
I'm learning to drive.
yeah, Al and Boxboy are learning to drive.
Oh, we should talk about paintball.
And Boxboy.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we went paintballing.
I've got to go
After
to that.
driving. Yeah, we'll take you next time.
Boxboy
Yeah.
We need a big car.
has got a car.
Such a good.
Yes.
Name the car you have.
The actual make or what I call it.
Well, you call it the tin can.
I
but
call
mean
it tin
the
can.
make.
It's a bit of can. It's a Suzuki Alto. Yeah,
Yeah.
a Suzuki
Is
Alto.
it like a 20-year-old Suzuki Alto?
It's made in 2000, so it's 14 years old.
No peer steering.
No
You
power
can't get your
steering.
peers
No
to
power
drive it
steering.
Isn't your key snapped in half?
Yes. But I didn't do it. It was like that when I bought it.
So he has to as soon as the key and the rest of the key
Put the
touches,
two halves together, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
And then paintballing.
Paintballing. So, went paintballing with 2 other friends, both called Tom, which
God,
gets
that could be
confusing.
we have Christian Tom, and then we have Tom.
Between us, they drove us.
Christian Tom and Joker Tom.
Yeah,
Yes.
they drove us. Christy and Tom drove us, and there was 4 Toms in the car. Tom, and Tom.
Or Mom.
Or Mom. as
Oh,
we
Mom.
call it.
Tom called his sat nav Mom, which we think there's some Dawn Age stuff going on there.
Yeah. But it was brilliant. We go and we shoot, and we wasted about 100 quid on paintballs.
Yeah, it was quite expensive.
Yeah, that's why they gave it to us for free.
Yeah.
You get all your gear for free.
Just
Yeah,
not the paintball.
Not the paintball.
And you spend them a lot. I mean, the first game was good.
Yeah.
Because there was that bald guy. There was one bald guy. And if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
listening, I'm sorry, but you were a dick.
You
Friend,
were.
he got down. He got hit in the face. Didn't put his hand up. Didn't say I'm out or anything. Just kept
Headshot.
there. And then we just kept on shooting him.
And he said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, he got up and started shooting back with just riddled with paintballs. He'd been shot so many times, still shooting back. And then one of them hit him in the knee, which obviously hurt him a bit. I was like, "Oh, I'm out. I've been out for ages. I've had my hand." I was like, "No, you're not. You're fucking shooting us."
Yeah, because we were behind cover. We were just like,
Yeah, we
"Is
were-
he out?"
Yeah, he dived down into this ditch. And I don't know whether he face planted a rock or something, but we just said,
Oh yeah, and by the way, for a road trip, please do not buy the Eddie Stobart
Oh
CD.
God,
No.
it's terrible.
So I bought the Eddie Stobart CD. We wanted a drivings thing, and I was actually making one, and then Windows 8 has changed how you burn CDs, so I forgot how to do it, and I couldn't burn the CD that I wanted to with the Ultimate Driving track on. So we had to use Eddie Stobart, and there were some good tracks on it.
There was a couple of good tracks, yeah.
Yeah, but
But the rest of it was kind of
crap.
Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then-
I'm
and
planning
then-
on
so we're
buying
gonna
a
then we
CD
did
for my
get-
car,
try and
but
make
it'll be
one
like
thing.
a mixture of what I listen to. But you'll like some of that, but not all of it.
And then
so.
we got stuck on one song because... What was it?
We didn't start the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel.
And then we got stuck in Walton.
Yeah, we got stuck in traffic, and pretty much this woman walked past us
Oh, bright pink
in
one.
like a bright pink top
Yep.
and jeans, and she looked at us like we were the strangest people on earth, all singing along to the same song for about half an hour, going down this road while she was taking pictures with her iPad or something.
Pictures of the traffic.
Yeah.
And we found out later
Not
that
like registration fraud.
Yeah.
we weren't allowed to go. We got diverted because of this traffic jam, or
I know the actual reason why now.
mashed potato.
Mashed potato.
There was a mashed potato spill on the local motorway.
In 64.
It was ridiculous.
I was coming back from a uni open day and got diverted because of that.
Yeah, through Malton.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, we got trapped there. I missed my first job.
I was on time for work.
I was at work.
Yeah, and then if I
It's a
get
shame you
trapped,
couldn't come.
I know.
if I get trapped,
We've got to plan another.
Well, there's one
Yeah.
where he
Everything
lives, so
Yeah. It was
And-
cheaper than the one you went to.
So we could
But
go
is
there.
it as good?
But, yeah, it was great when we went.
Look, I've been before and it is good.
I
don't know how
I
it
managed to
compares
attach
to, like,
loads and loads of
uh,
fern to my overalls they give you to stop your clothes getting too. And it was
Ghillie
great. I made my
suit.
own ghillie suit. It was
Yeah.
great.
I
But on the same thing, I got hit in the hand, and it must have burst something in my hand because I just got blood everywhere.
like
It was running down my arm, running down the gun. It was like I feel like a veteran.
I was possibly like I'm a wuss. I was definitely the wussiest there, and I got hit so many times in the arm. Like me and Al were the only two bleeding at any point. I got hit.
Were you bleeding as well?
Yeah, I got hit in the wrist, and then
Oh,
a
yeah, 'cause-
bit of shell actually cut down my arm. And I looked at it and went, "Oh, the scar from my my slap band injury has got big."
Oh, you need
that's
to go into the
not-
slap band injury.
Yeah, I've got a scar. Well, you know,
A friend Johnny threw a flat band at him, and it had a bit of metal in it, so that it bend round, and pretty much it hit him just so that the piece of metal went into his arm.
yeah, I got impaled by a slap band, and I now have a nice scar.
Yeah, he's got over.
Yeah.
My
Wood.
brother got shot through the visor with a paintball when we went, and a bit of the shell went through and like cut his lips. So that was pretty.
But then there was the shield.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh.
Pretty much the bits of cover there. The occasional bit was a broken
was a
satellite
satellite
dish. Yeah. And pretty much one of them had broken off and fallen on the floor, and people were tripping over it. So when I thought,
Well,
we just thought we can do something with that.
I think
so
it came down to I tripped over it. and
you
I
tripped
was-
over. I was like, we can do something with this, and we both picked it up and kind of like it's some kind of Monty Python sketch.
Yeah.
And just trotted with it. So there's like 4 legs and there's a satellite dish.
Yeah.
People were shooting out.
And
They're
then,
actually shooting at the
Yeah.
satellite dish as opposed to us. It was
Yeah,
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 fun.
and
they could hit our legs, but nah.
And then one of them
and-
shot me in the
yeah.
right arm. I fall back as well. Cause
Yeah, and
it
I
made a
said to
pressure
the
point.
just like, Dave, no! And you end up going out, and at this certain place, we've got this guy called the Predator, which is a guy who runs around in a Halloween mask and a ghillie suit. He's got a fully automatic one, and here the concept is, if you move, he can see you. If you make any sound, he can hear you, but he can't see you if you're stood still. So pretty much when you see him, you just have to freeze. You don't have to move, not have to say anything.
so
just have
you
to
had a shield
freeze.
and you kept walking.
No, I just stopped. I had to stop, and this shield was pretty heavy. I was like,
Did you
Well,
get told to drop it?
no, dude. He just like, I've never seen that before. Like in this really quintessential British accent coming from a guy that looked like he'd just been spat out of a horror movie. But he just saw it and was like, well, no one's ever going to do this again, and just started opening fire just at the shield. Didn't shoot me, but he put about 50 rounds into the shield, and he was like, right, let's move on. started running after this one guy that was on his stag do there and had to wear a high-vis jacket.
That was funny.
Yeah.
His high-vis jacket started as, well, high-vis,
Yeah.
and ended up pink. They actually had a firing squad with him and the best man. They basically said arm around neck, so they didn't get shot in the neck, and arm around genitals.
Yeah.
And they basically got everyone on the stag do lined up like a firing squad and just open fired on them.
The two best men had to stand beside him. They were allowed to run, but he wasn't. He had to stand there. They were allowed to run when they started firing.
It was brilliant to watch. I think my favourite one was we got split up. Big Al and Josh went off on one team. They went on the red team. And me and the two Toms were on the blue team.
Red team.
Because we're red versus blue fans, and we decided that I'm caboose. So that got a novelty laugh out of it. I was running for cover, and I actually got shot in the face.
And you just fell.
Yeah, I got shot in the face. Went, ah!
I saw it from the bridge. I was just like, yeah, I know who that is.
At this place, headshots don't count as well, so I got shot in the face, and I go down, and I get back up, and I'm like, Marshall, face shots don't count, do they? And he went, no. Although you can't see, can you? I went, nope, because I had paint all over my visor.
Yeah.
Just wiped it off.
When you wipe it, it goes all smudged, doesn't it? And it just blurs.
It was brilliant because as I was going down, I hear one of the Toms just go, I think he went, Dave, no! And I was just there like, my face. And then I got back up, fired, and this is when I got shot in the arm, and it's cut my arm quite badly.
Yeah, but it was so much fun.
We're
bringing you next time.
We are definitely all going. Like,
How much is it?
I don't know, it's like not much.
Be prepared to pay at least 100.
£15 per person.
And then
That's
it's
cheaper than the other
£6 for
place.
another 100 paintballs.
That's cheaper than where we went. It was £7.50, wasn't it? And then like £50 for 1,000.
When are you all free?
That's a good point, I don't know.
Well, we've got summer holidays.
We got some holidays.
We do.
I'm off on holiday.
So I'm going up to
some
Skye.
point.
And I'm going sailing quite a lot.
I'm off on holiday this
That's
Friday.
Powerboating.
Probably
I probably haven't told you about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But you know that I go sailing occasionally.
yeah.
Well, I was put into the powerboat, the safety boat, the one that everyone looks to, relies on. It is there to make sure people
You're the
don't
most
die.
unreliable person I've ever met.
I was put in charge at the helm of it.
Oh dear.
I've never, ever done it before in my life, and they seem to think that I had a decent powerboating qualification that I could do it. It was like, so that's the throttle. You turn the wheel, right? But surely you should know all this. Like, yeah. Oh man!
I'll save you!
But there was this person that fell out of their boat, and I had to go and pick them up. And I couldn't just get next to them. I was going round them in circles. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I understand.
I understand I'm drowning here, but I understand.
Oh.
If I die, I die.
What was that voice then? I understand.
I understand.
I know. The wrapping up point, probably.
So, hang on, I'm just trying to think. What other more paintballing stories? These are brilliant ones.
Can I just ask before what were you wearing, like?
Well, for paintball?
Yeah.
Basically
Jeans and a
this,
t-shirt.
not these clothes.
They don't
I was
hurt
wearing
all that
this, and then one of those checkered shirts I wear.
Didn't you get like
We got some
overalls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they like over your arms or not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they go down, but they're really thin.
They're not like proper.
It doesn't hurt getting hit.
They're not-
Everyone says it does, but it doesn't.
No, they're not
It's a little
suits.
tingle.
It's like
They're
hit.
like
It depends on where you get hit, doesn't it? Because like
It's like
Yeah.
it's
when
like
I went,
shot him
some
up
of
the
them
arse.
didn't hurt all, but some of them like really.
the
I-
ones that don't break hurt the most.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that do break, just
I got
Well,
Like your hand's quite a bad point to get
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
really
back of the hand
stings.
is.
I got
Or the fingers.
cut on both wrists, and this wasn't even like because I got hit on the wrist. I got hit on the gun and a bit of the shell come down.
I got hit so many times on.
Did
the
you
top.
get like a padding chest?
No.
for
No.
your chest. You do it. The,
You don't need it.
Essentially,
the next
we were
one.
given.
You do it the one that.
Basically, they would have gone to an outdoor store and went, "Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. That looks cool." We were basically given surplus army shirts. And they work, except for when the sleeve's a little bit too baggy and shrapnel goes down your arm.
Yeah.
But they weren't like proper ghillie suits, right? But it was
Until
fun.
you make them into. Oh my goodness.
He did. I wanted to join him. But there's this one map there, and it's called Bridge, and you attack from you do it from both sides. It's capture the flag basically, and you start from one side and then you go to the other.
Yeah,
you swap.
Pretty much, you have to get to the other side, and we've got this big kind of Z-shaped bridge.
Yeah.
And you can either go over the bridge to get there or round it. And
You've
round
got
it, they've got loads of
yeah.
ferns, so you can crawl through it. It's really stealthy. Pretty much, you've got to go round or over and get the flag from the enemy.
Yeah, but once you've got the
base.
flag, you got to go over.
You
the bridge.
only have to go over the bridge. So no matter what, you will be going over that bridge if you want to.
First round, red team, we were just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, first round, red team,
We were
a group of
defending,
5
blue
of us.
team
Yeah.
were defending.
Yeah, a group of 5 of us just sprinted and took the bridge straight off.
Yeah.
And we saw Tom trying
And
to
then
come
I
up.
hit,
It was
I shot him in the face.
There was-
Again.
we did not get a nut shot.
No, we were going to say, pretty much Tom and his girlfriend had this evening planned where no one else was going to be in the house, just those two. So we decided we were going to ruin it.
with mass amounts of paintball
Yeah.
hitting him in various places.
But we managed to hit him in his face.
Yeah. Which had a mask on, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I was on his team and I was shooting.
He
at
did
him.
say, and if he gets offended by this, I'm sorry, Tom, he did say that his nose got compressed.
He's got a big nose.
You know he works at Tesco's?
Yeah.
Well, I went into Tesco's.
Tesco.
I went into the
Other
the
supermarkets
other
are
day.
available.
I paid with a £5 note for something that was £1. He gave me my change in 5p.
That
Because
guy.
he's just that kind of arsehole. So I've been lugging around.
Was it Tom?
Yeah, Tom.
Oh.
He was like, well, I've got all these 5p's I need to get rid of, and you're the only person I know. I was like,
No. I want the proper change.
But this basically there's these positions you have to try and defend the outside of the bridge as well. And the first thing was me and the 2 Toms ran off and we defended this side. And it got to the point where I was actually shooting blanks, but people were ducking because the guns make the same noise and they were scared. They could hear me going do 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 do. Nothing coming out. Do 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 do.
yeah, that's what I was doing with the shield right at the end. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I don't have any ammo left, but I got a shield.
Yeah.
So I was kind of lunging through that's not even a word.
Yeah.
I was kind of trudging through the
trudging.
forestry and just kind of shooting every now and again. Nothing was coming out, nothing was going to hit anyone, but they were still ducking. I was like, I feel so powerful.
Yeah, it was good. And then we did it like backwards, and me and 2 of the Toms decided it would be a good idea to go the way that we were defending, because we knew it. So we went, and I get running, and I get behind this bit of cover, and I get pinned, and I keep getting hit, but they kept bouncing off. As long as they don't break, you're still in. And they kept bouncing off, and then they hit bits of wood and splattering onto me. I'm like, this doesn't count. None of this counts. And this guy from behind me shouts, "Dude, get to cover!" So I'm like, okay, So I basically sprinted behind.
Got shot.
No, I didn't get shot. Fell on the floor. Actually hit my head on a tree. I don't know how I managed that. I just basically slipped, hit my head on the tree, and crawled into this thing. And the guy went, "Wow, that was a fall. Are you okay?" I went, "I think so." I started shooting, took out 3 people, including Big Al, who we saw stand up with this ghillie suit, go, "Hey!" and run out.
Yeah.
Yay! I nearly got him. Got me. Like, I didn't actually get him out, but I'm
You hit
pretty
me
sure.
and it bounced off, and then you hit me again.
I'm pretty sure at some point I shot you in the back.
Yeah, you did. In the first game, I shot you in the chest. I was so happy with that. I just saw you peek. I was like, that's Jared.
In the
Gotta get him. I've got to get him.
In the first game, I saw Joker Tom. I just went.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it got funny because I'm right. We're there and we're like, yes, we're making them fall back. We should push forward. So me and these 2 other guys, like one of them was this really scrawny little guy, and he just runs and dives and basically slides to behind this piece of cover. And I'm like, right,
I can do that.
I'll lay you down some cover. You're the slightly bigger guy. You run. And he ran and got behind. And then I realised that the place that we wanted to go for cover wasn't big enough for a 3rd man. So I'm there like, oh shit, I'm going to have to go further forward. And the guys are like, right, we'll give you cover. They laid down cover. I got there. And it came to about the same height as my knee. So I had to duck down. So I basically slid on my back there. And my knee was stuck in the air. I got shot. Very loudly I went, "Ow! Something bit me!" Just because I'd watched Forrest Gump the night before. And that's what it came down to. And the guy went, "If you rub that off, I won't let you have it." And I rubbed it off, and then he shot me in the same leg again because I was still like that. So, "Dude, I rubbed it off." He shot me again and went, "Right, shot you in the leg, put your hand up." I'm like, "Fuck." Walked off.
How many games are there?
There was like
There's
7 maps, 2 each way.
No, 5 maps.
5 maps,
Was
2
that-
games, 1 defending, 1
Yeah.
attacking.
Yeah, but I think we only did 4 maps
Well, the
because
team allocation was great because on red team we had 12 people. Yeah, we got 12 people. That was
Blue
great.
team had 18.
18 people.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, you were waiting for people though. Like,
Yeah,
it
we were
wasn't
wait-
like it was
we were
12
waiting for a
and
group of
18.
girls to come on.
Hmm.
Didn't do anything.
No, they were with us behind cover and we were
Yeah.
shooting.
Well, I was behind this kind of like hut thing.
Yeah.
I looked back and they were all stood at the start point nattering about shoes or something. I was like,
Could I have your armor,
we're getting
please?
shot at, and all you can talk about is stilettos.
There's
Yeah,
another
he's talking
one.
about stabbing someone.
There's this one where you basically have to sort of take this enemy camp, and the red
Oh.
team were defending.
Bunker.
Yeah, the bunker.
That's great.
And at this point, we'd swapped with one of the Toms, and we had the Blues had Josh. I think Josh ended up being like the last guy there at one point. He was just sort of running around going, yeah, missing everything, but you know, hey.
Hey, it's scary. But
Yeah.
Akimbo!
But we took this thing, and one of the Toms is joining the Navy, which makes this brilliant. And he was there, he's like, right, okay, guys, you go that way, I'll go that way. I'm like, you're in the Navy. Ships.
I see no ships.
Yeah. And I just and we had this guy that was dressed as a clown,
Oh yeah.
purely because of the...
Yeah, well, they're going to be looking for people in army uniform, aren't they?
Yeah, the Family Guy reference. He's wearing a clown suit, and I'm like, right, I don't know your name. I think it's Daniel, but I'm going to call you Krusty. Because of Krusty the Clown. Yeah, and he was basically behind me the whole time. I'm just there like, right, follow me, da 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 da. And he was behind me, and he got shot after me, unfortunately. I
Someone
run...
shot his wig off, didn't he?
I run. There was. They have a rule. If you're like within so many feet, you point at them and tell them to surrender.
6 feet.
Yeah, 6 feet, and you tell them to surrender. So
Surrender.
I get to this little horseshoe thing. I sneak up, and I go surrender, like really sort of sarcastic. I was like, surrender, bitches, and they both went like that, and I got shot in the arm. So I immediately have to put my hands up because I've been shot. And Tom turns to me and goes, Dave, you traitor, you're surrendering. I'm like, I'm not surrendering, I've been shot. And he went, lies! And he shot me, emptied like half his magazine into me, hitting me on this arm, which was already bleeding. I just kind of walked away and just went, flipping the birdie at him and walked off and went, ow!
Okay.
But I had been shot quite a lot in the side of the arm. So, I think...
An hour and 5.
Anyone got anything else they want to add?
No.
You look like that guy. Happy.
Farrell Williams.
He kind of does a bit. Anyone got anything else you want to add? DJ, you've been pretty quiet.
I've been listening. It sounds really cool. I want to go.
Yeah. Paintballing.
You are. There's no...
Right, okay.
And if I can buy some,
Don't have a choice.
if I can buy some GoPros, then even better.
Oh, that'd be good.
Some what?
GoPros.
Quite a lot of money,
cameras.
aren't they?
Alright.
200 quid each.
We should do some kind of fancy dress one.
We should.
Stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Stormtroopers. And then
Stormtroopers.
each one would show up.
So,
Get our own paintball guns and make them look like blasters.
yes, that'd be awesome.
That would be very awesome.
I think we could do that with phone.
We probably could. Okay, so that's the end of the day. Box Boy podcast for Duck Pond. I'm eating a Haribo. I'm like, that's the end. Right. So it's goodbye from me, and goodbye from those chaps.
Yay! Bye.
Go away.
See you later.
Always cheery, aren't you?
Cheery.
I can't be cheery.
Go away!
Go away now.
He's cheerio.
Oh, brilliant.
Just turn it off.